Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Alain on Election Day 2024. The day is finally here. If you haven't voted already, make sure you go out and vote today. And I don't care who you vote for, just get out and vote. But I got a little message here for today. Something that really bothers me about this election process and the campaigning process is how negative it has become and how much fighting and name calling and just vile things have been going back and forth, back and forth. We don't need that. That's not what the country is founded on. We need to vote for the individuals that we believe will steer the country in the direction that we think is best. And when you look at the party lines, it's pretty half and half, isn't it? I mean, they say the polls are too close to really call. That means it's about half one side, half the other for many elections and many of the candidates. So when you're calling half of the country evil and you're demonizing half of the country, that's not good. We need to work together a little bit better. A lot better, really. I mean, I was born in 1967. Johnson was president, and then was President Nixon, then was President Ford, and then was President Carter, then was President Reagan, then President Bush, then President Clinton, then President Bush, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden. Pretty half and half. It went back and forth, Republican, Democrat, up and down. So in my life, it's been about half Republican presidents, half Democrat presidents. And you know what? Not a single one of them did as much for me as I did for myself. And that's pretty true with everyone, regardless who is in the office. It's what you do that will affect your life the most. Just like we need to take responsibility for our safety, something I preach all the time, we need to take responsibility for our enjoyment, our successes, our failures. We are more important for our successes, for our safety, for our enjoying life than anyone elected into office. We are also responsible for electing those people we think will steer the country in the best direction. But we have to recognize that others have different views on how that might be done. And the best way is to compromise for the good of the country. Compromise is not a bad word. And we need to quit making those that have different views than our own evil, the enemy. And both sides are doing it. That's why it sort of disgusts me, because I would get things in the mail every single day saying, this side lies, this side lies, this side's evil, this side's evil, this side's the enemy, this side's the enemy. And you just throw all that garbage in the trash where it belongs. So we need to vote, but we need to get over demonizing, making half of the country evil, and work together to solve some problems. The thing is, the people that are elected into positions don't want to solve problems, because solving problems makes people happy, and happy people don't send money. You'll send more money if I can blame bad things on someone else. And it's just going to continue and continue and continue. And that's why we need to take responsibility for our own selves, our own safety, our own successes, and make things happen for ourselves and those we care about. Want to say hello to Vito? Vito says, hello, Alan. You know, I'm almost here every time when you start it. And it's 9 p.m. for you. And I appreciate that, Vito. And I really do appreciate you saying hello and staying up to join me. I want to say good morning to Dixon because it's early for Dixon. When seconds count, the police are just minutes away. I open many of my presentations with that because it's so true. And that's why we all take responsibility for our own safety. But we need to take responsibility for our own successes, our own failures, and do what we can to make the world better. And part of that is voting, to try to vote the best people into office, but to recognize that there's only a limited thing that they do in office. And politics has become a way of life. And rather of serving, they're just going to stay in there to better themselves, to get you to send more money. And the best way to get you to send more money is to blame someone else for problems rather than come together to fix things. And that's just sort of psychology of that. And you could really go really deep into that. And I don't want to do it now, but people pull out their wallets for bad things blamed on someone else more than they'll pull out their wallet if things are fixed and good. That's sort of sad, but it's the truth. And that's why we get so much of that crap, especially during election years. So, done preaching. Vote today. But more importantly, do something to better yourself, because you are responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your successes and for your safety. And so I want you to do things to keep yourself safe, to help you succeed so you can enjoy more of life. And what we need more of, a whole lot more of, than the hate that's going back and forth during this election time is love. And that's why I got my love mug today. One of them. Say I love you to somebody you care about and love today. Make it a terrific Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.